What is up, everybody? I have a quick, well, I don't know if it's gonna be quick, but a tips and trick video that I want to kind of share with everybody, just because I think it's an imperative way to kind of improve your aim. I would say in a short amount of time, but also if you stay consistent with it, you'll have very noticeable results, and this will be for controller play and just everything in that regard. So basically, way to practice, sorry, cat on my keyboard. What you want to do is go into a bot lobby and you know, set up some bots to be on recruit, some for regular because he'll be moving around a little bit more. And yeah, we'll jump into this. I'm going to discuss some of the settings involved on the controller. And yeah, so we're going to hop into this real quick. It's maybe on a small map like Shipment. You can also do it on Speedball if you're playing on Modern Warfare or similar style maps. All of a sudden my cats are surrounding me when I start to try to make a video. Come on, guys. Alright, so
eliminate all targets. No
basically, good rule of thumb is when you first come in, actually let me go over the settings first. So, sensitivity. This is going to be the most imperative thing for each person to kind of fine-tune and pick up and find their own. I will say if you work towards it, you can pretty much master every sensitivity there is to offer, even to the point where 2020 is kind of regular and you have full fine-tune control over it. I will say practicing at a lower amount instead of trying to go high all at once will definitely fine-tune your precision and make you better and more steady. When you do practice, you can always practice high and then adjust down as needed to kind of fit that fine-tuned control that you're looking for. And yeah, so then for the ADS sensitivity multiplier, if you do find yourself having trouble with the standard 1.0 setting, you can always adjust that down and it'll kind of work to fine-tune the control a little bit more and have that slowdown be at an increased amount. Outside of the multipliers and the sensitivity, the next biggest thing that's going to affect your gameplay will be the response curves. I say that it is always good to practice jumping in between just because it will kind of fine-tune your brain and your motor skills to being able to account for different adjustments in the thumbsticks that you're inputting. I tend to prefer dynamic, and when I jump around, linear is also nice. Standard is kind of the direct opposite of dynamic, so like with dynamic you're kind of doing faster paced movements to move faster, whereas standard, if you tend to jump a lot more, it's going to be more steady. So I will recommend dynamic overall if you're trying to kind of fine-tune your precision. So linear is definitely good as well if you just want to have a fast way to improve a little bit faster just because it's raw input. But the higher you go sensitivity wise, it is a little bit more difficult to be precise when engaging at a distance. Alright, and then after those settings we have the trigger, minimum inputs. I tend to float around 5 just because if I go lower, my controller will sometimes false fire. Also, this is just like the base input. I don't like to use the little stops and stuff that some controllers have to make the trigger action quicker. I mean, and even like that, if you just practice, you can have pretty fast trigger fire without like needing to do any kind of like special gimmicky stuff. So this is going to be the most important thing, I feel, if you are trying to improve your aim in a quick amount of time, but also over time, if you want to stay consistent with it, you will get really noticeable results. For me, the minimum input dead zone that I like to use is for both sticks is 0. Even though there is stick drift that occurs, I feel like it's better to control it unless your controller is, you know, going all over the place when it's at 0. Then I mean you can adjust up. I want to say 3 is typically where you see the fall off of stick drift occur on a regular controller that might have it. I do recommend practicing on 0-0 though, because it will fine-tune your precision, and also if you have the subconscious like jump that occurs that a lot of people have, it will kind of reduce that. Let's see. So then for the max input dead zone, this is going to be the distance basically covered that your controller has to move to reach the maximum effect. For anybody who like is going to start to try to practice, I would only reduce it maybe down to like 80 at the most, or 0.8 if you're playing in Warzone or Modern Warfare. Just because you want to kind of work down to the more precise. I mean, you can jump to it and then always work up in like values of 5 increments to and then reach a point in the middle of where you were that could also work for you. Let's see.
They got me pinned.
For most of the stuff I've seen, the general area that people tend to be floating in is between the 0.85 and 0.99. Or I guess more recently, I just started messing with it because I didn't actually know what it did, and like right now I have it to 25.25 in Warzone. But it helps fine-tune your aim control a lot. So I'll show you an example. So right now, it's like pretty responsive. That's obviously the spin, but let's say I adjust it back up to where like I was playing at. This is like super slow. Like I'm not used to it. But precision is like there's like no stick drift at all and whatnot. And that's just what occurs over time from practicing and stuff. I like to keep it though down since I'm still trying to improve my abilities. And the last thing that I want to talk about, or just improving, is if you can, I mean I know it's hard, but playing with your aim assist off on controller definitely is a disadvantage at first, but if you do kill a couple hundred bots, I will say you'll be a little bit more used to it. Plus I feel like overall if you want to improve in a short amount of time, you're gonna have to find your aim control without the aim assist. The aim assist is doing, I want to say like 30 to 40% of the work. And then if you do practice without aim assist on, when you do put it back on, you'll definitely see a noticeable improvement and be able to stay on target a lot more and just more consistently. And if you are practicing without your aim assist on, and you are going to be using aim assist when you go back into multiplayer or Warzone or anything you're playing, I do recommend practicing like a couple, or maybe like 100 more kills on bots with the aim assist, just because the aim assist will definitely be working against you if you had it disabled. And yeah, I'll always recommend free-for-all. You can do small maps, medium maps if you want. I mean, they allow up to 20 bots now, so you could do like a large map if you want to practice your long-range engagements as well. Definitely recommend using high recoil weapons, and then maximizing the recoil that is on them, just to improve your ability to kind of stabilize the weapon when firing. So like this is the PPSH, pretty much max recoil, and you just want to, like, you know, practice steadying it. And that's another thing to practice like this on multiplayer. If you do hop in without aim assist on, don't be afraid to lose. Obviously, like, don't do it if you're playing ranked and whatnot, but it's, you know, it's a learning curve. It takes time. You're not gonna, I mean, I feel like you will see results, definitely, even if you do this for like maybe 30 minutes a day, or even 15 minutes a day. But I would say 30 minutes a day would be a more realistic target, just because if you're going to be flipping between all the different settings. Yeah, and every time you do adjust your max input dead zone, you will notice the precision and stuff will be better, just because there's a little bit more room for errors and stuff, and you don't have to be as precise as you were at the lower value. Yeah, that's basically everything I want to talk about in this video. I'll post another video basically after, where I'm gonna hop into multiplayer so we can kind of showcase these results. But for now, this is basically all I wanted to touch upon. I do apologize, I don't know how to edit videos. I'm gonna probably try to look into doing that, but I kind of like this like lecture format. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. If you definitely like it, definitely throw a like on the video. Would appreciate subscribers too, but I understand if this is a little dry. But anyway, hopefully you definitely experience some improvement after watching this video. And yeah, always have fun.